What's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. With me today is just me, except for in my office is a pest. And if you want to know why I'm late, it's entirely her fault. Her fault. So, yeah. Get out. Extricate yourself. What are you doing? This is what I have to deal with. You can't. So anyway, tonight, I apologize for the delayed start time. I was just on another podcast and needed a little recharge time in between. Well, take your phone and go away. And yeah, the other podcast was on Dead Man's Tome. It's a horror and writing podcast that they talk about. You know, it's kind of a variety show, but it's got a focus on horror and writing and authorship and all of that stuff. And you should check it out. Once they get up to 500 subscribers on YouTube, he will be waxing his He will be waxing the crack of his posterior. You're supposed to put that in a glass. So definitely, and he'll be doing it on stream. So we want to hear that horrific screaming and all of that stuff. And yeah, see a man in pain, a grown man in pain. But who knows? Maybe he'll like it and do it again. What are you doing? So as you can see, my lovely assistant, Lady Rackets, is here in the office today. Keeping the show going as she usually does. But we are going to... we're going to read... Get out of my courtroom, lady. That's right. That's right.
Y'all love me and you...
Go away. Yes, the mic will pick you up from back there. We're going to be going through the quarterings documents. Actually, what do you want?
I've got all I
want. We're going to be going through the quarterings documents, his amended complaint, and the answer. We'll go through them at the same time because they correspond paragraph to paragraph. And just reading an answer document is really boring. You'll see why if you haven't ever seen one. Yeah, of course, as we go through this, there are a couple, wait, what? Yeah, I'll read that in just a second, Keck. Sorry. As we go through this, there are a couple ways to interact with me. You can, of course, use the Super Chat or Justice Chat features. Super Chat is the YouTube chat feature that, will highlight your comment in the chat section here. The Justice Chat will go through Streamlabs, and it'll put your comment over my face. You can also pick animated GIFs and stuff like that. And yes, today you can use the mask feature and put a stupid mask on my face. Thank you, Streamlabs, for doing that. The camera is hooked up, so that will work today if you want to try it out. I prefer you guys to use Streamlabs just because YouTube gets less money that way, and YouTube sucks. So, but don't go away from YouTube, because if I advocate you to go away from YouTube, that violates things. Stay on YouTube. Just give me money through not YouTube. How's that? If you want to give me money, I'm not asking you to do anything of the sort, although I do appreciate it very much. Okay, so Keck says, that is the wife comic pros keep telling they feel sorry for. So, yeah, apparently. Have they been saying that, Keck? I don't even know who to follow, but I believe it. Let's see. And then Speedo Josh. This was before the show, but I want to make sure you guys see this. It's Speedo Josh sent a chat that about an hour ago that says new comics pop. Nick Rekieta talks Spawn and other comics at stuffpop.com/podcasts. I'll add that to the chat in case you want to check it out. I recorded this actually a little while back with these guys. They do a fun comic podcast where they review. Oh my gosh, what a disaster! They review comic books, and we reviewed some weird episode of Wonder Woman that involved all sorts of witchcraft and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, it's not letting me. I'm just gonna type it in. I'm typing it into the chat. Stuffpop.com/podcasts. Go check it out. It was a very fun show to do. The two guys on the show are great and very knowledgeable about comics. So if you're into comics and want to talk about them, that's a good show. We talked about Spawn. We talked about Wonder Woman. We talked about other things, probably. Anonymous says, within the law, Macaw fears the lady rackets, which is true. Oh, and then Keck7Go says, there was an epic thread of comic pros first discussing about how you are a lonely virgin to be told you have a wife. Then the discussion shifted on you battering your wife while being drunk. Apparently, they've never met us, or they would know that the battering in this relationship only comes from the lady with the loose hands. That didn't work? Oh my gosh. How did the hat not work? I don't know. Bagel Goose, I apologize. I have no idea how the mask function works. Maybe I disabled it. I don't think I disabled it, but I could have. Let me check real quick, and then we'll get into this. I'm sorry, guys. All sorts of disasters going. What is... You are seriously... Face masks are enabled on the webcam. I don't know, buddy. What are you doing? So anyway, I apologize for Lady Rackets. When did you stop beating her? I haven't. Abuse isn't funny. We've talked about this. Okay, so let's get into this document. So here are the two documents. I've got the First Amendment complaint here and the answer here, which look pretty similar, but they are different. And what I'll do, this stream's gonna not be super long, I don't think. That's yeah. Me and this stream are gonna have a baby. No, that's the same line I use on her. So what we're gonna do is I will read the Hambly's amended complaint. I believe in the first video I did that I might have used the original complaint, not the first amended complaint. So I will read the amended complaint line and then the corresponding answer line. If there's anything worth saying about it, I'll talk about it then. Feel free to interrupt and distract and bother me and all that stuff. I mean, apparently Lady Rackets feels the same. Not a problem. Not a problem. Did you guys lock yourselves in the vault? Yes, this is how we escape the children. Okay. I don't wish you had music on. I'm in a show. Go to Greenland. What's wrong with you? Survey the landscape is what I'm talking about. Maybe there's a good... Land's got to be cheap in Greenland. Okay, so here we go. The First Amended complaint. Jeremy Hambly, the Hamburglar, the Quartering, the Quarterpounded, files this complaint against Matt Loader, the Quarterpounder, Prettiest Princess, Prettiest Matt, Unicorn Boy, or whatever else you want to call him, man in dress, and would respectfully show as follows. The parties. Hambly is a citizen of the United States and a citizen of the state of Washington. And pursuant to the personal knowledge of plaintiff Hambly, defendant Matt Loader is a United States citizen and a citizen of the state of Connecticut, who may be served at his residence, 81 Beacon Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut, 06512. No, I'm not going to redact it. No, you shouldn't bother Matt Loader at 81 Beacon Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut. Yes, it is public record. No, it's not doxing. And yes, punch yourself in the face if you have a problem with it. So there. Keck has asked Q&A with Lady Rackets after the documents are done. If she's not passed out. If she's not passed out.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah. Go do it. Seriously, go. Okay, so yeah. In short sections like this about the parties, I'll combine reading through, because if I switch back and forth on each one, it'll be annoying. So anyway, paragraph 1, answering paragraph 1. Oh, well, I guess I'll read the little intro. As and for a response to plaintiff's first amended complaint, defendant by his attorneys, Carney Thorpe, LLC, by Stephanie R. Loshing, state as follows. I think it's important to note that there was a delay in this answer. It is way late. However, that delay was agreed upon, as I understand it, by the parties as they discussed whether or not they should remove this action from federal court to Wisconsin, which is where Hambly resides, the state where Hambly resides. So they must not have reached an agreement on moving it to Wisconsin. That is probably for the best, for a number of reasons that people can point out on Twitter. I'm not going to make, I don't know about those, like the details of that factual assertions people are making on Twitter. So I'm not going to repeat them here. I don't know if they're true or false, but there are people out there who suggest that maybe Hambly doesn't want to go into court in Wisconsin because some of the details of the case may lead to discovery which would uncover a crime committed in the state of Wisconsin. And I don't know anything about the truth of that claim, and so I don't, I can't speak to it. But if that were the case, that might be a reason to stay out of Wisconsin. The other is that this didn't happen in Wisconsin, and it would be weird to just agree to a different venue, even if it wasn't proper. Berserker Bauer says, is there a list for a stream's justice chats? Not yet, but there should be. There should be. And I need to figure out a way to do that. But it'll take me reworking some of the screen real estate to do it. So I will try and get that feed pulled up somehow. Get out of here. And you have like an hour. Go. Yeah, you have to shower quickly. You only have like 7 hours. Yeah, get out. So all of my distractions have now left, and the lovely Lady Rackets will return, hopefully, for some Q&A at the end of this. But no, I am working on a way for the stream's justice chats to exist somewhere, similar to the chat window down here. I just have to redo some, like I said, I have to allocate some screen real estate to it. And guys, if I'm ever doing anything, it's a disaster. You like the idea of justice chat, but it'd be nice to be able to go back and read them and stuff. I agree. But I don't know exactly how to do that. I might be able to, just a real quick question. If there were a clickable link where you guys could scroll through the justice chat notifications and stuff, would that be something people would want? Just put like a 1 for yes and 0 for no. Wait, 1 for yes, 2 for no in the chat. And then, I can maybe make that happen for the future streams where there'd be a link in the description. Oh, excuse me. For the events. I don't know if that's possible, but I'll look into it. I think there is something there. Other than that, someone can help. Thank you for putting a 0. Okay. We'll move on. So they have not agreed to move the case to back to Wisconsin. It is staying in federal court. So the answer, as far as we know at this point, so the answer has been filed. Answering paragraph 1 of plaintiff's first amended complaint, defendant is without information and belief to admit or deny, therefore denies the allegations contained therein. This is how contentious this is. Hambly is a United States citizen and a citizen of the state of Wisconsin. No, he isn't. Answering plaintiff, paragraph 2 of plaintiff's first amended complaint. Defendant admits that he is a citizen, a United States citizen, and a citizen of the state of Connecticut with a residential address of 81 Beacon Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut, 06512. All right. Eric Blum, maybe. I don't know. A mod / bot that reposts justice chats. There might be something about that. I'll look into it. Yeah, if I could just get something that would take them and incorporate them into the YouTube thing, that would be great. Danny Agent 87 says, will you make a video about MAP, minor attracted persons, also known as pedos? The MAP infestation on Twitter and legal aspects of it, because a lot of people are not able to understand it. Maybe I could do that. He's really an allegation? No, it's not. But so the way you file an answer is you deny everything you don't have very, very specific information about. So they don't know that Hambly's a citizen of Wisconsin, so they're gonna deny that that they have that knowledge. So it's weird though. Okay, jurisdiction and venue. Jurisdiction is proper under federal diversity jurisdiction. As the parties are completely diverse in citizenship, plaintiff is a citizen of Wisconsin, defendant is a citizen of Connecticut, and the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs. Answer. Just kidding. Answering paragraph 3. Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny the allegations and therefore denies the same and holds plaintiff. So they don't know if he's strictly a citizen of Wisconsin. He might be a citizen of Connecticut in disguise. And therefore denies the same and holds plaintiff to the strictest burden of proof permitted by law that the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs. Now, this $75,000 number is a good faith estimate of damages and is not, you don't have to actually prove $75,000 in damages. However, there are cases and instances where the court will say there's no way this case or controversy could be over $75,000. Now, with an assault that involve, or with a battery that involves therapy and medical bills and lost income for Hambly, I think it would be pretty easy for him to make a good faith claim, at least to the existing legal standard, that over $75,000 of damages would have come to him in lost income, as he was banned from Gen Con as part of this, banned from Gen Con for the next decade or forever or whatever it is, and that is a part of his income. I think he could definitely make that claim, especially when you combine in the direct medical bills he would receive or that were billed to his insurance. Plus, you got to add stuff into that for pain and suffering. And then, he's got emotional distress and trauma and stuff that's probably being documented by the therapy trips that I believe he's admitted to going to therapy as a result of this. I don't think $75,000 is actually unreasonable in any sort of context. If you know how damages work, obviously they want to challenge him on everything, but I think that they'll be able to show that with some pretty simple findings. Anyway, so there's that. This court has personal jurisdiction because defendant's actions giving rise to the suit took place in Indiana. Plaintiff, paragraph 4 of plaintiff's first amended complaint calls for a legal conclusion. No, it actually doesn't call for a legal conclusion. This is not wrong. Therefore, no response is required. If there are any factual conclusions contained in paragraph 4, there are. The defendant's actions giving rise to this suit. That doesn't mean that defendant is guilty of assault or battery, or that the defendant has any liability to the plaintiff. The actions giving rise to the suit took place in Indiana. That's not a legal conclusion. That's a factual statement, and this answer question is wrong. The answer to the question is wrong. Defendant denies all allegations and holds plaintiff to the strictest burden of proof permitted by law. I mean, really making an assertion under oath that the defendant did strike him in the back of the head in Indiana is sufficient for jurisdictional purposes. That's not much of a stretch there. Michael Campbell says, if you have time later, can comment on YouTuber law filing an investigation into Patreon, PayPal with the FTC. Thanks. I'll say what I've said the other time people have asked is that, good luck, Lior. I don't have a lot of faith in that process producing good results in this case. I'm not saying it won't. I hope he's able to find a good way to it. I believe he's using a group boycott theory under antitrust law. I'm not an antitrust expert. What I've read about the theory, that seems like the only way you would really be able to go after them. And it may work. I don't think it will. That said, I would be happy to provide anything I could to Lior for the purposes of that complaint, including my Patreon logs of everybody leaving, citing Patreon censorship and Patreon's behavior as the cause of their dropping their subscriptions. I'd be happy to provide that to show that there is damage caused by this anti-competitive behavior that's being felt. I'd be happy to provide anything I could to him to support that. But, I know he's gotten a lot of requests for help. Or not a lot of requests, a lot of offers for help from people who are probably better suited than I am to provide real legal work in that type of action. So whatever I can do, I'd be happy to do, but I don't know what that is, so I'm going to let Lior go. People have asked me to do the same and file an FTC complaint and all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that. I will let Lior handle that, and I think it's best if the community's efforts are focused on that one sort of congealing event. I don't want to take away from that in any way. And I fully support that. My fatalism says I don't know that it'll do much good, but I hope it does. So I hope that answers your questions on my position. But I am 1,000% open to helping Lior in any way that's possible. But I don't know that he needs my help. And I'm not going to force myself into that situation. Okay. Paragraph 5. Venues, Venus. Venus is proper. It means venue. Venus is proper under 28 USC 1391b2 because all the events giving rise to this suit took place in the Southern District of Indiana. Calls for a legal conclusion. No, it doesn't. Where events took place is not a legal conclusion. Let's just get that out in the clear. That is a factual statement. Whether those events lead to legal liability is a different question than events taking place. No response is required if there are any factual conclusions. They deny all allegations. 6. So this is a background. Hambly is a social media personality known for his YouTube channels, The Quartering and Unsleeved Media, each channel having over 150,000 subscribers. Hambly is also active on other social media platforms such as the Twitter and Facebook under the same The Quartering and Unsleeved Media usernames. Answering paragraph 6. Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny, therefore denies. You're going to notice a trend. 7. Quartering publishes reviews of video games and board games in addition to commentary on current events relevant to the gaming and comic book industries. By the way, Prettiest Matt, isn't it cute that you're denying any information about, like, you don't know anything about the man that you walked up and punched and that you bragged about punching and all of that stuff. Like, you have no idea who this guy is, right? You stupid cuck. I'm Giant Tree says, first time I've been able to catch your stream live. Love what you do, Nick. Also, F Google. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Right in Google's dumb eyeballs. Okay, so the Quartering publishes reviews of video games and board games in addition to commentary on current events relevant to the gaming and comic book industries. Unsleeved Media is a more narrowly focused channel publishing news relevant to trading card games, e.g. Magic the Gathering and digital card games. So, Defendant was without sufficient information, therefore denies. So, on information and belief, Defendant is a board game designer and publisher who markets games under the label Prettiest Princess Games, has an ownership stake in the New Haven, Connecticut game store Elm City Games, and consults in a creative capacity for Vice Games. Defendant admits the allegations in 8. Well, at least we know that Defendant knows who he is. Don't be unsubbed, Big Steve. Don't be unsubbed. If you guys, make sure you are subscribed. We're pushing to 15,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Well, I mean, we're pushing to infinity, obviously, but we're very close to 15,000 subscribers. And at 15,000 subscribers, I will have my black friend on who gives me permission to be a racist. That's not what I say. That's what other people say when I mention I'm going to have one of my oldest friends in my life on my show. They're like, oh, now you think you could be racist? Like, what are you talking about? What is with people being weirdos? People like Prettiest Matt, by the way. People like him. That ilk of person. So, no. But if you didn't catch the 10,000 subscriber show, please watch that. YouTube demonetized it because there's a black guy on it, and YouTube hates black people. But the show is worth watching. We have a very good time. And once we get 15,000 subscribers, I will invite him back on the show as soon as we can coordinate schedules. So please help make that happen. And I would be much appreciated. All right. 9. First established in 1968, Gen Con is the largest tabletop game convention in North America, both in terms of attendance and number of events. It features traditional pen and paper, board, card, and computer games. Gen Con has been hosted in the Indiana Convention Center since 2003. Gen Con attendance exceeded 60,000 at the beginning of 2015 and has stayed around that level in subsequent years. Answering paragraph 9. Defendant is without sufficient information, therefore denies. Okay? So, Loader knows nothing about Gen Con. While Hambly previously attended Gen Con as a hobbyist in the past, 2017, Hambly made the business decision to start attending Gen Con in furtherance of his social media platforms, Quartering and Unsleeved Media. Gen Con features many of the newest trading card games, board games, and computer games, and is attended by many influential people in those industries. Guys, I would go attend like a bar association event, like a big gathering of lawyers, but you all think I drink a lot. That's all the tables would be there. It'd be just passed out attorneys laying over on the tables. Answering paragraph 10. Defendant admits only that, upon information and belief, Gen Con features many of the newest trading card games, board games, and digital games, and it is attended by many influential people in those industries. Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny the remaining allegations, and therefore denies the same. Now, according to critics of Hamburger and friends of Loader who have commented on my videos, now Matt Loader has just lost the case because a typo in your document, in your pleading document, means that you are the dumbest lawyer on earth and have lost the case. Now, this is not a Kevin Landau misuse of an apostrophe, which is not a typo, as we've learned. This person wrote Gen Con twice. Obviously in Loader's complaint, it said Venus is sufficient rather than venue. Guys, typos happen in legal documents all the time. all the time. They don't mean anything about the attorney. They don't mean the attorney wasn't careful. They don't mean something like that. They just happen. And when you're reading thousands of words a day, sometimes you miss one on an edit. Okay? So to all the people out there who are criticizing super lawyer Bill Simmons, the guy who Hambly has hired, and saying he was dumb because he had a typo, well, now Loader has a typo too, so apparently all lawyers are dumb. That's how it goes. No one cares. No one cares. The judge knows what's going on, and the typo isn't really a big deal. All right. Okay, so on to paragraph 11. Last year, Hambly attended Gen Con 2017 on August 17 to 20th and obtained copies of many popular and newly released trading card, board, and computer games to review on his social media platforms. Hambly also conducted interviews with game designers and gaming personalities present at Gen Con for publication on social media. The creative content Hambly generated as a direct result of attending Gen Con 2017 substantially increased his subscriber base, which in turn increased his advertising revenue. They don't have enough information, therefore they deny. 12. Defendant is the individual depicted in the picture below. Look at him. Punch Nazis, savage world. With a big rainbow flag behind him and a nice little orange lei around the neck. Look at this answer. This answer kills me. Answering paragraph 12 of plaintiff's first amended complaint, defendant admits the allegations contained therein, so that's him, yet denies any characterization of the photo contained in paragraph 12. There's no characterization of the photo. Why would you deny the characterization that wasn't provided? Unless it looks bad for your client to have a shirt that says punch Nazis and self-professed Nazi Jeremy Hambly. Because he's a stalwart Nazi. That guy is saying he got punched by your guy holding up a fist saying, I'm gonna punch Nazis. Why would there be any characterization there? Yeah, YouTube is gay says, I love it. Don't feel the way Hambly wants you to. Don't do it, Judge. It's a trap. It's a trap. On Information and Belief on May 14th, 2018, defendant in an interview with Rob Kalajian stated, but then there is also a time to just start punching Nazis. Because F those guys. Uh-oh. And there's a source. pawnsperspective.com. Nor'easter. Matt Fantastic. All right. Paragraph 13. Defendant admits the allegations therein. I said punch Nazis, yet denies any characterization of the language contained in paragraph 13, as it does not represent the entire contents of the interview. Who cares? Oh my gosh. Hold on. We're gonna pull this up. We'll allow it. I'm supposed to check Discord for a Justice Chat solution. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll check into that, Super Iron Bob. Thank you. After the stream. Well, I read that after I read your first message. Okay, so let me get down to Nor'easter, Matt Fantastic. This interview contains some adult-like potty language. Deal with it. Listen to how tough these guys are. Let me blow this up a little bit here. Oh my gosh. Look, it's got adult potty-like language. Look at him. Deal with it, guy. Deal with it. Okay. Let's find the context of punching Nazis. Sorry. In bold. The author of the article agrees. Nazis certainly need to be punched. I'm all for it. Okay. I just want to read the background going into that statement. Oh my gosh. Though I should also be clear that the movements and segments of these underrepresented and discriminated against populations that aren't for us to all be pushing into. There are times we can take leadership roles. That means being a white savior, cis white male savior. I don't know. Is he cis? Or is he homo? Or is he something else? I don't know. And I don't mean that in a derogatory, like cisgender. I don't even know. Cissexual. I don't know the language. Who knows the language anymore? Prettiest Matt probably does. Take leadership roles. As a white male, he can take a leadership role and help the underrepresented with his white knighterly. And there are times we just need to shut the F up and listen to how we can help. If we're even invited to that table. A big part of dismantling that effed up power structure is recognizing our own positions of power and actually ceding some of that. It's exciting to lead the charge against oppression, but much less so to actually live that day to day. It's always a struggle to keep thoughtfully approaching these things and constantly questioning your own motivations and actions, but then there's also a time to just start punching Nazis. He's a queer white cis dude, he says. Okay. Okay, then. Yeah, thanks for answering all my questions. Look at all the cool language. Let's see his response. Very much so. And here it comes. Here comes the characterization in the context of the article. And I'm in a position of privilege, being a dude who isn't small and literally teaches fighting to people, Krav Maga. So my experience with threats and violence is very different from a lot of people who have much more pressing concerns about their own safety and security. Yeah, because, guys, I hope you know this. All martial arts instructors universally attract violence to them. So they deal with threats and violence. They're uniquely situated. Don't ask any questions as to why martial arts instructors are constantly in life-threatening situations and constantly have to use their martial arts skills to defend themselves. That's just something you're not supposed to ask any questions about. Just take their word for it. They know how to deal with threats because they're an instructor, right? Because their life of going to a strip mall and teaching a bunch of upper middle class people how to do movements in front of a mirror, that life experience there has exposed them to tons of unique situations of threats and violence to their person. So just remember that. He's not bloviating and bragging about his instructor of Krav Maga status, which just means someone else attacked you in a controlled environment and you learn the moves to defend against it. And I am not knocking martial arts. There's a ton of value. But the idea that random martial arts instructor NPC 05 has any more experience dealing with threats and violence than literally anyone else in the world is nonsense. And martial arts instructors do a little street peddling in their pitch to get you to sign up, to act like for some reason people would be violent to them all the time, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Not everyone has that ability. What would you actually do if attacked, Prettiest Matt? And we absolutely need to not judge anyone in that position. There's a world of difference between not giving a darn about and being worried about your safety. All the more reason why I feel even more of an obligation to be loud about this stuff. It's one of the things that I am well suited to and can really support people with. So yeah, smash the heteronormative capitalist patriarchal superstate. But also check out the cool stuff we make with the proper vocal fry and uptone at the end, right? God, just Guys, after this, I'm going to go read a book about spontaneous combustion and hope and dream that it's real. Okay. Bagel Goose says it's potty language because their mouths are receptacles for male bodily fluids. Wow. Brutal. Punch the Nazis. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go on. 14. On information and belief, on June 5th, 2018, defendant drafted and published the tweet captured in the screenshot below. Real talk, if you have a problem with FemFreak being invited to Gen Con, effing fight me. I'm easy to find. Answering paragraph 14, defendant admits the allegations contained therein, yet denies any characterization of the language contained in paragraph 14 and affirmatively alleges that the tweet speaks for itself. Oh, okay. I think they wanted the tweet to speak for itself. There's no characterization of the language. In any of the language, there's no characterization. The only characterization comes from your comments. 15. On information and belief, Matt Fantastic is a pseudonym of defendant. The Twitter account at Prettiest Matt was controlled by defendant at all relevant times. The phrase real talk indicated that the following language was serious and not satirical. And the Twitter account FemFreak refers to a Twitter account for the organization Feminist Frequency, which Hambly has publicly criticized in the past. 15. Answering paragraph 15, defendant admits only that Matt Fantastic is a pseudonym of defendant and that defendant holds a Twitter account with the name at Prettiest Matt. With respect to the remaining allegations in paragraph 15 of plaintiff's first amended complaint, defendant specifically denies the phrase real talk indicated that any language was serious and not satirical, and further, real talk doesn't mean real talk. Real talk, guys. Real talk. Oh my gosh. Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny what Hambly has or has not publicly criticized in the past. Lies. But upon information and belief, plaintiff has publicly criticized the organization Feminist Frequency in the past. He doesn't know that he's done it, but he thinks so. Defendant denies all remaining allegations contained in paragraph 15 inconsistent with its response herein. Whew. Yeah, he denies the characterization of his real talk as real talk. Oh, incident. During the early morning, August 2nd, 2018, Hambly was at the patio of the Tin Roof Bar, 36 South Pennsylvania Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. Hambly was standing by the railing which separates the patio of the Tin Star from the sidewalk. All right. That was 16. Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny allegations contained therein, and therefore denies the same. Just say you deny. You're going to pretend he wasn't there. That's what their plan is here. I don't know what he's doing. Defendant approached Hambly from the sidewalk, reach over the railing to place his arm on or around Hambly, and inquire if Hambly was in fact Jeremy Hambly. When Hambly replied in the affirmative, defendant began punching Hambly in the face and yelling, "I'm going to effing kill you." Defendant is without sufficient information and belief to admit or deny the allegations. How embarrassing for you that you can't just say no. Like, you can't just deny them. What do you mean you're without sufficient information and belief? You either walked up to him, put your arms around his big grizzly neck, and started punching him in the head, screaming at him, or you didn't. Why would this be without sufficient information? Just say no. I didn't do it. I didn't punch him. I didn't yell at him. I didn't even see him. I wasn't there. Whatever your argument is. What is this? Oh my gosh. Defendant was pulled apart from Hambly by other Tin Star patrons in his vicinity. At which point, Hambly retreated from the patio to inside the Tin Star in an effort to evade defendant. Defendant is without sufficient if he doesn't know if he was pulled off of him or not. Again, just deny it. Just say you didn't do that. That's the answer. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Oh my gosh. 19. Defendant attempted to follow Hambly into the bar but was prevented from doing so by a Tin Star patron or some other individual. Furious said he was unable to continue his attack on Hambly. Defendant punched the glass window of the Tin Star building, causing it to break in view of Hambly. Not without sufficient information and belief, therefore deny. Okay, I guess you don't know if you did that or not. Me, I would just know that I didn't do these things. Very weird position to take. Very weird to take. Position to take. It wasn't me. Yeah. KVLT 1349. It wasn't me. The Shaggy defense. On information and belief, on August 3rd, 2018, with 1 minute to spare. I don't know if that's actually I don't know if that's AM or PM. Defendant drafted and published the following Facebook post. I'm keeping a lower profile, but I'm straight chilling and doing fine. How dare you be straight? Telling stories about me online is what it is. No charges. I haven't fled the con/state. I'm drinking beers, playing games, and doing business with my friends. But I'm trying to keep my friends and their companies from accidentally getting in the line of fire if someone sees me in their booth or whatever. Lots of immature doxing garbage with wild false rumors and accusations flying around. That's mostly just an annoyance. Thanks so much to everyone who's been reaching out to me or my friends in support. Expand City sold out in like 10 minutes. Hashtag punch Nazis. Oh, he got it in there. Snuck it in. He's so cool. Affidavit answering paragraph. Oh, wait, no. Paragraph 20. Defendant admits the allegations, yet denies any characterization of the language contained in paragraph 20 and affirmatively alleges that the Facebook post speaks for itself. Yes, it does. YouTube is gay says, is this the template his lawyer uses when the client is a lost cause? I mean, I don't know what his lawyer's doing there. Just deny them. You don't have to say he's without sufficient information. You can just deny it. Look, here, 22. We'll get there in a second. Defendant denies all of the allegations contained therein. Just deny it. Okay. On information and belief, Matt Fantastic is defendant's pseudonym and the same pseudonym used by defendant on Twitter. And the Matt Fantastic Facebook account was controlled by defendant at all relevant times. Admits. Okay. 22. The language hashtag punch Nazis read in context with the timing of the post serves as an admission of defendant's attack on Hambly and an insinuation that defendant's victim, i.e. Hambly, was a Nazi. Denied. Very, very good denial there, because that's all just conjecture. Like, there's no way they can actually make this claim. I mean, it's true. Of course it's true, but they can't prove that that's why he did it, right? Hambly has never been a member of or supported any political party associated with the Nazi Party or any National Socialist Party. Defendant is without sufficient information and denies the same. So he denies that Hambly has never been a Nazi. So he does think Hambly's a Nazi. Good job. All right. 24. At some time after August 3rd, 2018, defendant deleted or made private all of the social media accounts in his possession, including but not limited to Mr. Fantastic Facebook account and the Prettiest Matt Twitter account. That was 4. Defendant admits only that he deleted or made private his social media accounts, including Matt Fantastic Facebook account and his Prettiest Matt Twitter account, as a result of plaintiff and other fans and plaintiff's harassment of defendant. Defendant denies all remaining allegations contained in paragraph 24, not consistent with the response herein. 25. Injury. Hambly suffered substantial injuries from defendant's attack, including but not limited to burst blood vessels, head lumps, cuts on his arm, multiple bruises, and emotional and physical trauma preventing him from attending, e.g. substantial portions of Gen Con 2018, meetings scheduled with vendors and other obligations at Gen Con 2018, and creating Gen Con 2018 related content, which would have resulted in substantial revenue for Hambly. Answering paragraph 25's defendant denies the allegations contained therein. What? Okay. Noodle this out for me, guys. He doesn't have sufficient information to know if he walked up to Hamburger and started punching him. He doesn't have enough information for that. But he has sufficient information to flatly deny any injuries that Hambly would have sustained. What? What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. The lost revenue includes, but is not limited to, the revenue generated from the lost viewers for the Gen Con 2018 content, which would have created but for defendant's actions, and the future, yes, what's a but for? Future revenue stream expected from the additional subscribers to the Quartering and or Unsleeved Media that would have directly resulted in the same. So, of course, they deny that. Well, how do you have sufficient information to make this denial? Next. Gen Con 2018 took place from August 2nd to 5th, 2018. Defendant admits on information and belief that's true. Paragraph 28. On information and belief, defendant previously participated in Gen Con before 2018 in a vendor and or exhibitor capacity. With knowledge of Gen Con's important to those in his and Hambly's respective industries, defendant specifically attacked Hambly early morning August 2nd before Gen Con 2018 even started in order to maximize the financial injury that would result from Hambly's inability to meaningfully attend, participate in, and create content on Gen Con 2018 due to physical and emotional trauma. All right. Answering paragraph 28. Defendant admits only that he previously participated in Gen Con before 2018 in a vendor or exhibitor capacity. Defendant denies all remaining allegations contained in paragraph 28 inconsistent with its response contained herein, holds plaintiff to the strictest burden of proof permitted by law. Which in a pleading isn't really that strict. Hambly also suffered emotional trauma from the prospect of attending Gen Con in the future or any convention similar to Gen Con, which is unavoidable due to Hambly's occupation as a social media personality. This emotional distress manifests in the form of anxiety, stress, panic attacks, and depression. Defendant is without sufficient information. Oh, he doesn't know about these injuries. Doesn't know enough to deny them. The other ones he did. Jorgemund 07. I don't know if I punched him, but if I did, it didn't hurt him. There you go. Hambly incorporates by reference 1 to 29 above. That's pointless. No response is required. 31. Defendant intended to cause harmful or offensive contact to Hambly, and such harmful or offensive contact resulted when defendant punched Hambly multiple times and yelled, "I'm going to effing kill you" to Hambly during his attack. As a result of defendant's harmful or offensive contact, Hambly has suffered damages including, but not limited to, personal injuries, damage to personal property, mental and emotional injury, increased security costs, and lost profits. Denies all of that. Okay? 32 doesn't need a response. 33, defendant intended to create the apprehension of imminent harmful or offensive contact when he punched Hambly multiple times and yelled, "I'm going to effing kill you" to Hambly during the attack, and additionally by punching the window of the Tin Star with sufficient force to break it, intending for Hambly to see. By the way, that is probably enough for an assault, a common law assault claim. Punching a window with the intent that someone will see it in their direct view to convey the message of you hurting them would be sufficient grounds for an assault claim. As a result of defendant's threatened harmful or offensive contact, Hambly has suffered damages including but not limited to mental and emotional injury, increased security costs, and lost profits. 33, deny. All right. They ask for the following relief. Judgment for Hambly against defendant on battery and assault cause of action. Compensatory damages, punitive damages, and costs. Preliminary and permanent injunction enjoining defendant from coming within 50 yards of defendant. Uh-oh. Defendant from plaintiff is what he means. There we go. Now he loses a case. Reasonable. Or I said Bill Simmons earlier. That's Bill Simmons is Spawn. Bill Richmond. Too many comic books these days. Reasonable and necessary attorney's fees and costs, and any other relief the court may deem just and proper at law or in equity. Affirmative defenses of Loader. Plaintiff fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Well, I mean, he really doesn't fail to state a claim. He lays out specific dates, places, and events that, if true, if taken as true, do create a claim upon which relief can be granted. And in using this failure to state a claim, which would be a motion, not an affirmative defense, by the way, this is not an affirmative defense at all. I don't know what Stephanie Loshing is doing. She would have to file a motion to dismiss based on failure to state a claim, not raise an affirmative defense. Not really a good showing there. If she were to make that motion, it would be read in light of facts most favorable to the plaintiff. And in that case, the facts would read that all of the things that he said Matt Loader did. There would be no argument there. So this survives a motion to dismiss on failure to state a claim ground, hands down. This will definitely survive that, if nothing else. I mean, watch it get struck down now, so I look stupid. No, but I mean, there's no way you can read this in a light most favorable to Jeremy Hambly and come out with any other result than Matt Loader punched him now and caused damage, because that's what it says. So that's a procedural move. It's in the wrong spot, and it doesn't matter. Affirmative defense number 2. I don't know. Any and all damages incurred by plaintiff are the results of plaintiff's own negligence. That's not an affirmative defense. Unless you're saying he didn't defend himself well enough. I don't know. What negligence would have caused him to get punched in the face? That's not an affirmative defense to assault and battery. This is certainly not. I don't like to question like who is the attorney here, but these are two very weird things because they're not affirmative defenses to assault or battery that I know of. 3, plaintiff's damages are barred by a lack of subject matter jurisdiction. That's not an affirmative defense either. That's a motion. It's a motion to dismiss for failure for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. This would have to be reason for the court, not an affirmative defense. That would be a motion. Plaintiff's claims fail as a result of the unclean hands doctrine. Unclean hands is a contract provision. It's not an affirmative defense for assault and battery. Unclean hands is when you accuse someone of like cheating you on a contract deal, but you were cheating them first. So you have unclean hands to call them a cheater. Does that make sense? That's how unclean hands work. It has nothing to do with assault and battery because there's no business relationship between Hambly and Loader. This is a baffling set of affirmative defenses. None of them make any sense here. Defendant reserves the right to amend these affirmative defenses as additional information is revealed. I mean, amend them. You haven't made any. There are no affirmative defenses here. His only defense right now is no. Like literally, it's just no. And it's not even a well done no because it doesn't flat out deny that he went up and punched him. It flat out denies that he sustained the injuries, but I would be surprised if they put the injuries into the complaint document without being able to back them up with medical records. This is a really, really strange section of the document. It's kind of surprising to see. Unless Wisconsin practice or no, this is federal. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense unless Indiana practice rules are very, very different. But it doesn't. What? It's
Chat.
Paniolo Hawaiian whiskey. So, yeah. Yeah. What, did you just hit your teeth with the bottle?
Very possible.
Don't break your teeth. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So that's where this stands. right now, the obvious defense when you're filing a defense against a civil action, very common to just deny. You deny everything you possibly can. Some weird non-denials on his punching of Hambly. Like, okay, so an affirmative defense to battery is self-defense, right? Yeah, maybe I punched him, but it's because I was threatened, and so then I was acting in self-defense. That's an affirmative defense to battery. He doesn't raise one of the most obvious defenses to any battery situation, which would be self-defense. Instead, he raises 4 non-defenses. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know why Stephanie Loshing wrote the document this way. Doesn't make sense to me. I would not have written it this way at all. My defense would have been, I mean, look at him. Wouldn't you punch him? Right? Like, that's the defense you go with. No, I mean, all kidding aside, you have to deny that you did the assault or the battery, or say that the injuries were fake or something. So the next step in this would be to go to some level of discovery, assuming there's no motion practice. There should be, since it's federal, there are deadlines for the motions. Although you can raise a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim at, I believe, any time that it's relevant. So I guess they'll make that motion. I mean, they raise it as an affirmative defense, which is all wrong. But I'd expect to see a motion on that. I'd expect to see a motion on lack of subject matter jurisdiction, which might be their only argument. And how that'll work is they'll claim that the amount in controversy is not in excess of $75,000. And then once they make that motion, Hambly will have to respond with information to show how they made a good faith estimate of greater than $75,000 in damages. Ongoing emotional trauma, any permanent scars that he may have suffered from this, head injuries, burst blood vessels. Yeah, I mean, they're going to get over $75,000 really quickly. The ongoing emotional trauma alone is enough. Lost revenue from channels the size of his in subject matter that he normally discusses, and he can probably pull revenue data from last Gen Con to show how big the videos that he did on Gen Con, the Gen Con events performed. He can pull that kind of data and should be able to establish a $75,000 set of damages. I mean, he could have done live streams, which would have amounted to thousands of dollars with the size of his fan base. I don't think they'll have any trouble getting to that 75,000 figure. He can claim losses of all sorts of functions. Hard for him to go out in public because he might get beat up by a unicorn at any time. Those sorts of things. But that's it, man. That's this case. There's not much more to say about it right now. Those motions should come in the next several weeks. Sorry, the next several weeks. If they're going to file any of those motions. That's my dark chocolate. You can have some. Not that I was going to stop you. Those motions should be coming, and then they'll move to various limited discovery on the subject matter jurisdiction, and then they would go into, maybe they would have to show some sort of medical, discovery, disclosure of medical reports related to the injuries that he sustained and related to his ongoing therapy. But again, I think, if he's got insurance paying for therapy and he's got insurance paying for those medical bills, insurance doesn't pay cheap all the time. They get billed pretty heavy. So that $75,000 shouldn't be that hard. But there you go. Right now, things are looking good for Hambly. We'll have to see what they come up with. Of course, part of this would be this isn't a criminal case, so they have to convince a jury that this probably happened. I mean, that's what they have to get to. They don't have to get beyond any reasonable doubt. They just have to get to it probably happened in the way that they said. if Hambly has any witnesses to this, if he's able to contact anybody, if they can get any footage from the Tin Roof Bar, they can subpoena the Tin Roof Bar for damage to the window. They could subpoena them for information related to that window, how much the window costs to repair, stuff like that. You know, all of those things are part of discovery. They could certainly request documents, any sort of communications that Matt Fantastic had with anybody else about this incident. Get away. What are you doing? Don't hit your head on the... Anyway, so that's all coming. This is going to be a long lawsuit. Long.
Must be some.
Oh, all right, guys. So that's the Hambly versus Loader thing. Apparently, my wife is here, and Keck had asked her to answer some questions about me. I don't know if you guys want to participate in asking her questions about me, but I don't have anything else on the Hambly Loader thing. Kind of a short stream for what I normally do. But she's here. She hasn't been on this stream in months because she has just denied and rejected you guys, which is rude, I thought. Very rude. But she's here now. So if you want to... Girlfriend, that's my wife. If you want to ask her anything, you can. If not, feel free to peace out. All of that stuff. So...
Oh.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me says, is it enough that potential damages reach 75K to make jurisdiction, or do actual damages have to reach that amount? No, potential damages. Actual damages can end up being $1, and they'll still have subject matter jurisdiction once they find that a reasonable claim, because there's all sorts of things that can mitigate the damages. Once they find that the damages as pleaded reach that 75K amount, then they have subject matter jurisdiction. But what are you laughing at?
I don't.
Oh, will she show her feet?
That's what it is. I don't know why that was funny. It just was. Want me to show my feet?
Well, do you want to sit down and read some of these? I don't know.
I suppose. I'm supposed to answer questions?
I guess, for a few minutes.
Because you don't trust me more than a few minutes?
So probably start around here
So
and read
you start.
down.
Where is the adjustment for the chair?
Yeah, you're all short.
Well, I can't. There it
It's
is.
over there.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is, I should sue my girlfriend for drunken thoughterry. Thoughts?
Almost, most definitely, yes. What? Wait, he should or you should? You should. If he has a girlfriend, we got issues. But I'm the hottest piece of... Oh, no, I'm going to stop right there. Never mind.
This is a clean stream.
It's a clean stream. My bad, my bad. I don't even know where... Where was I reading?
It's scrolling up.
It goes too
slow.
fast, guys. Ask her why she wanted 5 kids. That's the first one I saw.
Okay.
I actually... Since I was a little girl, I had a list of names that I was going to name children. I actually had like 7, I think. It's kind of evolved over the years. And of course, when I actually met and married somebody, because that, you know, sometimes women give men a little bit of say in things. So he got a few middle names. But anyway, so I had like this list, and then we just kept going, and one was better than the other, and no, wait, that's not what he meant. One, we're going to stop right there. I'm a little inebriated, which I found out starts with an I and has an E, but not an E and then an I. Stop. Anyway, no idea where I was going with this.
Just move on.
We're moving on, apparently. Oh, we had 5 kids. Oh. Having 1 was great, but then when we had 2, it was even better, and then having 3 was even better, although horrible. 3 is the worst, I'm telling you. If you have 3 kids and you hate it, have another one, baby.
That sounds
Trust
a little
me.
bit insane. Is what someone. Oh, I want you to answer this one. Is Nick an alcoholic? Let's be honest.
Let's be honest here. True honesty, only because I've been drinking. For a while, I was kind of nervous about it because I was like, oh my gosh, you're drinking every night, hun. That's really crazy. But then I found out he wasn't really drinking every night because some streams he does dry, although not very many. Oh, am I supposed to be talking into the mic? My bad. Anyway, he was messing with stuff, so it threw me off. So I was nervous about it for a while, but we talked about it, and although he does love drinking with y'all, that's pretty much the only time he drinks. And the thing with not drinking every night, he tells me that sometimes he'll like drink and then the next night he won't drink to give his liver time to recover, because that really helps with liver damage. So, pro tip. Next question. Have you ever beat Nick, and how hard did he cry? Sorry, I just randomly see things, so I'm very sorry if I missed your question. For real answer, when we were in college, which is where we met, we started a fight club because superly cool peoples, right? Woo! Anyway, so we started this fight club and we did a lot of grappling and like striking and stuff, but I was the only gal in it, and most of the guys were like, well, that's so weird, you know, because they're sexist. No, I'm just kidding, because they're great guys. And it was just weird. So Nick and I would grapple, but I wouldn't do a lot of punching then. But like, since I'm hardcore into boxing, and I just really, really enjoy it. So I'll just randomly walk up to him and like punch him like in the kitchen or whatever. And he's like, can you please stop punching me? So he's really kind of a baby. Like, let's be realios. But he does let me punch him sometimes. And I'm like super strong. Look at that. Oh, yep, it's right there. And then over here. Woo! I'm like super into fitness, and like, I could kill him. Let's be real. Why do I keep doing that?
I don't know.
That's a really annoying thing. Just so you know, winking and like clicking like I'm talking to horses is really weird. Let's not do it. I broke the first. Oh no, I talked about Fight Club. I'm sorry. Ooh. No, I don't like beat him. I just hit him a little bit until he whines and stuff. Nick ever gotten destroyed in court? If so, tell us that story. No, actually, not really. Or not that he's told me. Ooh, no, I don't think so. Whoa, there's other things over here. What does that mean?
There's only just.
Xanthus 1 has subscribed.
No, the one above it.
Oh, that's a donated. Sing along, please. Pony Cordero, I'll kick you. I don't know what to sing because I haven't sung in a while. We don't sing.
No, not right now.
Oh, he says not right now. You see how he's holding back. Just kidding. Am I actually are you proud? Is Nick raising his own children instead of being a stepfather? I don't even know what that means.
Are they mine? Yeah.
Oh, yes, they're his. No, super funny. And that's not funny at all.
What are
but
those tats?
wait, what?
Also?
What are those tats? Which ones?
The ones that they can see.
Shoot. I don't know. Where's this? Okay, I'm
dabbing over here.
Dabbing. Oh, that's it.
Okay. Give me your arm. I got it.
Oh, faith, hope, love.
And then a flower thing.
And like a dot work flower. Oh my gosh. And this is like an infinity arrowy thing. Okay. That was the most ridiculous camera drop thing I've ever seen. So that was funny. Nick would sue me for domestic violence, but I don't have any money, so he'd kind of be probably taken out of his own pocket there. Have you ever been mistaken as Nick's daughter? Ew. Oh, honey, no one has ever been confused about who. I'm just kidding. That's super weird. No. No. The only my mother and I, when we hang out, I think we're sisters, but I'd be pretty old to be Nick's daughter. 6. You get this sloshed every night? Dude, David C. I'm just kidding. No, I actually very rarely drink. I don't even remember why I did tonight. I just was being crazy. So I started stealing the whiskey. Because that's what I do. No, not really steal. Not Winona Ryder.
Asked if we.
I don't even know what.
The answer is no.
The answer is probably no. I actually recently decided that I like thoroughly hate social media. Sorry, no offense. So like I stopped going to Facebook, Instagram. I never had a Twitter, so I didn't have to worry about quitting that. But yeah, I just kind of stopped. Of course, and then my whole family is like, "Oh, did you see so and so's picture of their kitchen?" And I'm like, "This is why I'm not doing social media anymore." Dear Lord. Oh, I have to read that one. Okay, Bagel Goose says, "Goose?" No, just kidding. Sorry. Bagel Goose says, "Who would most likely be Nick's girlfriend? Like, other than me? Because, I mean, I'm his wife, but you met Nick? I mean, I love him, but the child has no game. So,
Oh, rude.
there's almost no way he's got a girlfriend. Because nobody is that lame. Oh, shoot, that makes me lame.
It's true.
I was almost there. I was almost into that insult, and then it backfired. No good, no good, no good.
This one has gone by a few times.
Is Nick gay? Why are you avoiding the question? I'm sorry. It's so funny because I'm usually watching and reading the chat, not from in here because that'd be weird, but from my room. And so like I'm like, why doesn't Nick address these questions? Jeez, what's wrong with him? That's why. So what was the question? Is Nick gay? You know, funny story. Okay, so when Nick and I first started dating, actually we weren't even dating yet.
Cut.
We weren't even dating yet, okay? We're just friends. Gonna put those quotes away. We're just friends. And only friends? No, just kidding. Where's this going? Oh, yes. Okay, so we were watching Queen of the Damned. No. That was second. First. Anyway, gotta calm down a little bit. We were watching, yes, this is Nick Rekieta here. We were watching My Best Friend's Wedding, okay? Yes, we're that old. It had just come out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, with Julia Roberts, if you haven't heard of it. And as it really was a horrible movie, my bad. But anyway, so we're watching My Best Friend's Wedding, right? And I'm a cutie, you know, freshman in college, and I've got this, you know, guy who's a couple years older than me in my dorm room, and we're watching this movie, right? So I know what he wants because for realios, I'm not an idiot, okay? Okay, so anyway, so he's in my dorm room, and we're watching this movie, and he's sitting real close. And Julia Roberts' best friend was gay. So I say, ugh, it would be so nice to have a gay best friend. Because then you could like totally confide in him and you'd have like this great close relationship and you'd never have to worry about him getting in your pants or trying to get in your pants. Okay, right? So Nick says to me, I'm gay. I'm like, you are not gay. And he's like, oh no, I'm totally gay. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yep, I have no interest in the pussy. Oh, I'm sorry, family show. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, in the female genital area. Can I say that? I want to go to jail. Okay, whatever. You know what he actually said. We're college students, okay? Okay. So he says he's not interested. And, oh, this is probably superly un-PC. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be talking about homosexual people in such a like negative way. I didn't mean it in a negative way.
It started with blackface. It ended with gay face. That's all we're going to say.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, but I'm not, this is just college students being stupid. And, you know, like we said, 100 years ago. So, so he says he's gay. So I tell him, okay, if you're gay, you won't mind me helping you out of the closet, right? Right. So I proceed to tell all of our friends that he's gay, okay? And while he's standing right there, I mean, I'm not just wandering around the school, he's standing right there with me. So I'm like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, Nick's gay. He just wants to let everyone know he's gay. He loves cock, okay? Like, that's what he's telling people, or I'm telling people. And he's standing right next to me, okay? So he is not, he never once denied it. It was so funny. He's just said, yep, So he totally told everybody that he was gay because I said I wanted a gay friend. And of course, I introduced him to my parents. Okay, I mean, we've been married for almost 15 years now. But the first night he met my parents, I introduced him as my gay friend, Nick. Seriously. Does it get any better than that? Anyway, eventually it came out that he was lying and blah, 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 blah. But no, he's not gay. I don't think he's ever been gay.
No.
He says no.
I
missed one way back. Look, right, they're right there. How wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, they're moving.
Right here. Just
that one? Why not this one?
This one first, then you go up.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Gosh. Did you guys, sorry, this is Medicurist Murdochian Archiver. Seriously, where'd you come up with that? That's unique. I like it. What did you say? Oh, you said, did you guys meet in Israel? No bully Nick, smiley face. I have no idea what that means.
Did we meet in Israel?
In Israel? No? I've never been to Israel, have you?
No, I've never been there.
Is that a joke?
It's a joke. I'll explain.
Oh, I missed more. Okay, wait. This one. Shouldn't Nick stop drinking as a New Year's resolution? I mean, some people need to...
I already failed.
He already failed. But some people, like, who have problems need, like, that New Year's resolution for that. But, thank you. Maybe a little. It's fine. Where was I? Why does Nick love Legal Eagle so much? I only just started watching again because finally got a TV in our new house. Ooh. Anyway, and it's just annoying to watch it on the phone. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't like Legal Eagle. That's where I was going with that. Not at all. Not completely positive. But then the other day he mentioned somebody that I thought that he didn't like, or that I thought he did like. And that was... We'll talk about... Oh, blah, 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 blah. What? Oh, I never said who said... That last one was sent by Berserker Bauer. My bad. And Wiesel1 said shouldn't Nick stop drinking? I already said that. Okay. Bagel Goose. Did you know we call Nick by his fursona within the law macaw? That's... How did you know? Did he drop hints about his, furry background? Awkward.
Now you're making stuff. They're going to be confused because they believe you. They believe you is true.
Lady Rackets, how did Nick lose his tooth and how big was the child that knocked it out? It's actually our dog. But I think he's told that story before, haven't you? I don't know. No, seriously, our dog, had babies and then Nick rushed into the room to tell them to be quiet. And he wasn't meaning to be menacing, but he he's kind of big and scary. So he rushed in the room and the dog jumped up to protect her puppies. She had just had puppies and knocked out, or actually didn't even knock out, broke his front two teeth. Totally fake now. You're welcome. It was my dog. I thought he felt awful. Crow Scorned says Nick can fake game if he really plays up that dollar store Ed Norton charm he has. Nick can fake game. Charm. I was trying to place the... I already read it out loud.
Yeah.
I was just working it through in my head because it didn't make sense to me. As a drinking solution. Good job, Bad Comics Reviews. Okay, I didn't follow the chat for a while and now I'm real lost, so we're gonna leave that one alone. I'm sorry. I didn't actually answer any questions. Okay. Okay, send me questions because now I'm paying attention. I think I might have missed about this man, Nicholas. Living. I like you. Crazy wife. It's true. I'm very crazy. No, only tonight. Only tonight. Doesn't tell lies. Nick is a fury.
Where do women like you?
Where do women like me come from? And could y'all do more singing streams? I see Dose. I grew up in Minnesota, small town Minnesota. But I was born in Colorado. I don't know if that matters. I wasn't born in Colorado. I was born in Arkansas. For the love. No, I was born in Arkansas. Not my dad's sister. What? You know what I mean. That made sense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I moved to Colorado when I was 1. So 1 to 7, I was in Colorado, and then 7 on, I was up here. So does that count? Small towns, we'll just say that. Small town girls. Education.
Stop clicking the microphone. Good Lord.
Okay, stop it. Oh gosh. Are you a gun?
You didn't answer this one.
I said, well, I read it. Could you do more singing streams? I don't know. I'm not usually up this late. But Nick is crazy. Blah 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 singing.
Are you
a gun? I used to have a gun, but it went in the lake. I don't know if I'm a... Which would die first in a zombie apocalypse? Nick. Nick would, because he would sacrifice himself for his family. I'm just kidding. No, I'd probably live longer. Wait, that was the same answer. Same answer, different reason. Ooh. Is this? Where is Nick? Hold him. Just kidding. He's just standing alongside him. No, that didn't mean to be rude.
Who are the kids afraid of?
I think Nick.
Probably.
I think so, because mom gets mad, but dad gets loud. So I think they're more afraid of Nick. Although it's a sad, okay. Getting clean again. What am I gonna say?
I don't know.
See how he's afraid of what I'm gonna say?
I just don't know what you're gonna say. Why don't you?
No. I have no idea what I was gonna do. Do you have any single sisters? I actually don't. I have 2 sisters and they are both married. Happily, I believe.
That was from Bagel Goose.
So they are both married. I do have... Wait, that was from Bagel Goose. My bad, Bagel Goose. I'm bad at that. I do have 1 single brother left, honey. Anyway. Metacurist. Oh, this is the same. Okay, this is that name again. Metacurist Murdochian Archiver. Why can't I say that? That's just not a normal thing for me to say on a day-to-day thing. Can Nick squad like a Slav? Also, does he even lift?
In squad.
Oh. That's what that means?
I've squat all the time.
Apparently he's squatting right now. So yes, he can squat? Question mark. He doesn't really lift. I keep trying to get him to lift more because, you know.
Yes, I have so much time.
Just kidding. He doesn't have a lot of time. He can get really fit though when he's having time. We're gonna move on. Does Nick... Oh, ew! I was watching the other day when the conversation got disgusting like this. Okay. Iron Matter? It's not martyr. Mater? Okay. Mater? Aaron Mater says, does Nick eat the booty? We must know. So seriously, this conversation came up the other day when Nick had some guests and I was about dying watching in the other room. And I'm like, please tell them no! How disgusting! No, he does not eat booty! That is the most filthiest thing I can even think of. Ugh. Sorry, I'm moving on. Yeah. Is he... I have to move on. Okay, Bagel Goose, is he cute and or own a wig? Nick?
No, your single brother.
Oh, my single brother. Oh my gosh.
Don't hit the
Oh, sorry.
loud.
Sorry, it's loud. Bagel Goose, I love you. He's adorable. And he actually does lift. He's working on like bodybuilding, whatever, right now. So, cutie. Okay. You get a wig. Okay. Siren Jag says, do you eat the booty? We must know. No. Definitely not. No, but I'm a mom of 5. I wipe enough booty that I don't need any more interaction with booty. No. Are you serious? You're just donating, so I have to say your name again, aren't you? Medicurist Murdochian Archiver. Nick equals Slav confirmed. Blame my name on Sargon. Sargon? Sargon.
It's Sargon.
There's no G. There's nothing after the G. Sargon. Sargon. I think it's Sargon. Oh, sorry. Kyle Perry. Which do you prefer, eagles or macaws? Eagles?
Oh, come on. You're the worst.
I have no idea what I just did.
Legal eagle within the La Macaw.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
You picked another man. You picked legal eagle just
what
now.
What is macaw?
A bird. A big macaw.
Are you the macaw?
Yes, I'm within La Macaw. All right, let's wrap this up.
Oh my gosh.
You should maybe get out of it.
No, I'm fine.
Then you close out the show.
How do I close the show? Did Nick ever ask you to wear a Sargon mask? No.
Okay. Say thank you for watching.
Oh no! Oh, that's it. Actually, Nick Rekieta or me, Nick Rekieta. What's your favorite drink, Mike Kelly?
You're talking. Yes.
I don't know. I'm hitting buttons over here. I don't know. Nick's stuff is all pretty good. I actually was surprised at how good this was. Really good. But I don't know that I have a favorite. Oh, not true. If you ever go to Hawaii, get a lava flow. Lava flow is pretty much like a pina colada, but they put, like, depending on the place, some strawberry puree on the bottom or the top. Yeah, froofy drink, but it's good. It's good. And if you go to Tahiti, yes, I am that snobby. Just kidding. No, they have a banana drink, and I thought I was pregnant when we went, so I actually had the virgin one, but I can just about imagine that the regular one is amazing as well. But the one I had was a baby dole. Anyway. Yeah, so that's about it. Don't you take your new wife from us?
You're the chat's wife.
I'm the chat's wife. Oh, your new wife. Hi. Drink plenty of water. You're gonna need it. Yes. I'm really good at that, actually. Take a shot with us? And Glenevet is quite right. Sure, I'll do a shot with you, but I don't like cups, so. What are we? Oh, wait, I've got somebody. Oh, frickin' you, manicurist, Murdochian archiver.
It's
for real, mans. You're even saying things that I don't know. Oh my gosh. Medicurist. Oh, you just said your name. Oh, for the love.
Medicurist.
Medicurist. Murdochian archiver. Sargon. That is the best written out phonetically name I've ever seen. Good job with that. Good job. So we're toasting, right? Toasting or we're having a shot?
You're doing a shot. Apparently.
We're doing a shot. Ready? Cheers. I don't know. It's like New Year's. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. Glenlivet, 12. Oh, he tried to take it before I showed it again. There you go. It's phonetic for you. Phonetic, yes. Yeah, go to Tahiti, man. It's good. Good stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. May you outlive all of your young loved ones. Poop seeds? Wait, did you just call us all poop seeds? Or were you saying poop seeds? Like, when you're done. Confused, Clay. You look different tonight. Oh, yes. I've got a weave going. Wait, it's not. Extensions. Oh no, I found a new one. Landon Micken James. Mac and James. Come on down. No. Can you two say O chin chin de suki desquito? Did I do it?
Yep.
I probably insulted somebody horribly just then. I'm not quite sure.
You've already been asked who Nick's girlfriend or girlfriend.
Who would be my girlfriend or who is my girlfriend? Oh, no, just kidding. What do you mean who would be my girlfriend? Like famous person? Or like actual person we know? I think anyone we know. Oh, Megan Fox. I heard she's a 10, but don't look at her thumbs. What is your favorite anime? I haven't seen very many. I've seen Cowboy Bebop. That was good. Evangelion. That was good. Probably about it. Nothing that my kids watch because, like, but they watch little, like, weird things. So bad. Okay. That was. If you ever renew your vows, can you both do it in blackface? Clay. Those are our secret nights. Come on. Don't do that in front of our family. You just said you like penis in Japanese. I believe it. Hopefully a Japanese person is watching and they can get back to me on that. What? Yes, I am Lady Rackets. Getting there.
Oh my God.
You're the worst. Oh my gosh, how do you put up with him? Ugh. Her insane toe thumbs, somebody says. Seriously. Sorry. Okay. Iron Maiden says, if Legal Eagle was peacefully sunset, what music would you dance to? I don't dance at people's peacefully sunset celebrations. Weird. Landon did this. Shush, I already knew. Ugh. Landon Mack and James says you have to watch Card Captor Sakuro Lady Rackets. That is an awesome title because it has Lady Rackets in it. Just kidding. You need a comma, babe. Come on. Just kidding. Card Captor Sakuro, huh? Sakura. Blip, blip, blip. I'm in shock that comic books led me to becoming a regular with paid a lot. Me? He's pretty cool. I will read to Clay's comment.
Oh, slow.
Ugh. Your stories have been unironically great. Give us your favorite. Can you give us your favorite one of you guys?
Favorite story.
Oh, favorite story of us. Of Nick and I? It's hard to say. Because I really love the gay one. I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's up there just because my parents still bring it up after 15 years. Well, you told us he was gay. Thought that kid was gay? For real? No, they never did. They never modded. Favorite story of... I mean, obviously. I think you know most of them. He's pretty open about his craziness. So it's not like I have a lot of secrets.
For your secrets, ask for your favorite story.
Well, my favorite story would obviously include secrets. I don't know. Oh, there's more stuffs. I'll think about that story thing, Clay. I'll think about it. Not Ian, I'm sorry. Ian, my son's name is Christian, and we call him Ian. Oof. I doxed him. Sorry. Nick is over here going, you just doxed him. Okay. Ian Howe. Away. Kidding. Ian Howe. I'm wondering, is it Howe? How? If you had a lightsaber, what color blade would you have? Well, orange is my favorite color, so let's just go with orange. Super chat trink. Do you disavow Waterboy?
Waterboy.
Waterboy. I don't know what that means. He's a person. Nick says no. No, don't disavow. Blah, 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 blah. I love how Nick knows how to talk to her when she's drunk. Thank you, Spookmeyer. I will not show my boobs. Although I did think about, because I did go take a shower, believe it or not, because I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm going to be up answering questions all night, I'm not going to be able to shower in the morning. And any of you who have 5 kids, a lot of you have 5 kids, right? You know there's never time to shower. So since I'm up all night, I will not be getting up to shower. And anyway, but so I had to go shower. And so when I was putting clothes back on, I was like, did I put on what I was wearing? But then I was like, oh my gosh, I was wearing a long sleeve shirt with a hood and it's superly hot in the safe. So I had to find a new shirt to wear. I just grabbed like a normal t-shirt, but I thought to myself, should I wear a low-cut t-shirt? Because, I mean, Nick wants to get to 5,000 viewers. But then I said, or 15,000. 15,000. You ruined my stories. But I decided I want him to get there on his own merit and not on my chest. That's why we went to that conversation about we're going to... Oh, it was show us your tits. That's right. I mean, boobs. If Nick was gay, do you think he would tell in the community? He'd be a terrible gay person. Let's be realios. All out of bubblegum. All out of bubblegum. Do you see how easy that was to pronounce? Come on, guys. Think about this when you name yourselves. All out of bubblegum. Do you see how easily I can say that? Instead, what was the one? Please tell us. What was it called?
Metacurist Murdochian.
Yes, Metacurist Mordochian archiver. That just doesn't flow off your tongue like all out of bubblegum. All out of bubblegum. Oh, sorry, that's the mic. Says, you're lucky to have her, Nick. Cheers. Thank you. He is lucky. As am I suppose. I don't know where I is.
You're right here.
Landon
Mac and James.
Mac and James. Mac and James. For the love. Seriously. Who names you people? Just kidding. That's probably a very nice last name. You're very blessed to have it. Says, Nick's waifu may be my favorite anime character. Anime character. What did I say? I guess anime. No. I have no idea. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to go with it.
You're his favorite anime.
Oh, I am his favorite anime character. Thank you. Maybe Animu. Bagel Goose. Bagel Goose says, show us your feet, please. I don't... Why you want to see my feet? Were you the one who was talking about my feet when I came on? That would be fun. It probably... Make Nick show his boobs? I don't know if you... Do you want to?
No.
It's kind of weird. I mean, to show on the internet. Not... He doesn't have weird nipples. He has perfectly fine nipples for a young man. I don't know what just happened. You want to see my feet, Bagel Goose? That's weird. That's superly weird. What is favorite cuisine? Says Danny Agent 87. That wasn't a super chat. I just reading. Food? I eat pretty much. I said earlier I was kind of into fitness. Of course, I'm sort of into fitness because I was into fitness, but then I pulled muscles between my ribs coughing. Apparently that's a thing. So seriously. So I haven't been working out for a while, but I really do enjoy working out. So mostly what we eat is chicken and vegetables. A lot of chicken, a lot of steamed vegetables, eggs. You know, because chicken and eggs. But anyway, I don't know why we're talking about fitness here, but favorite cuisine. I don't know. Anything good, man. Good stuff. Lady Rackets versus Nikki Rackets. Fight Club. Fight stream when? Play. Come on. He doesn't want to show himself losing that like that? Come on. Ugh. Spooky Meyer says, New Year, new waifu. Lady Rackets is my waifu 2019. Woo! I'm pretty sure that is my new chant. I don't know. Anyway, show us your feats. My FEATS? I mean, I've completed several fun things. Nick is pointing at his wrist at me. I think he went behind the computer to do it like, ooh, I'm behind. Seriously weird child. I'm still reading things. Landon meant Chinese cartoon character. I'm not. Do you and Nick ever roleplay as naughty jurist and dirty lawyer? Gonna now. Just kidding. Funny question. Love it. Bagel Goose just wants to see if your toes look like Megan Fox's fingers. They probably do. Get with the times. Feet are all the rage. Feet, man. With it. Bagel Goose, does Nick have suckable toes? Oh, for the love. That makes me want to vomit almost as much as do I lick his butt. Ugh. No. What? Who sucks on toes? Oh, this is filthy. Ah. Oh, Landon Mac and James. Didn't say a word, you hush your mouth. Mac and James, I got it. Landon Mac and James. Say, Lord Bruno ga daisuku Zusiki. Very important phrase. I'm guessing it is. Guessing yes. I recently became an orphan. Can you guys adopt me? Sure. I've been thinking about adopting lately. I mean, we'll have to go through some paperwork and make sure that you're not like super psycho. But I mean, barring that everything works out with the paperwork. La 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 la. Tell Nick to calm down. This is a fun night, and this is fun, and it's your night. I don't know if it's my night. I mean, I should be sleeping. I should. Blup, 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 blup. Nick wants to make number 6. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be more than number 5. Siron Jag. I was gonna read it.
So slow.
Oh my gosh, he's such a nag. Read this one. Come on, man. Okay, anyway. Siren Jag says, good night. Enjoyed the talk about fitness after consuming roughly 10,000 calories worth of alcohol. Huzzah. Woo! Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. Absolutely, man. Like I said, I pulled muscles in my ribs. I've been basically a lump on the couch for 3 weeks. Sir. Super. Blah, 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 blah. Is that the bedroom signal like the Batman signal? I mean, he thinks he's getting lucky tonight. I think I might be a little further gone than he thinks I am. So, I mean, I don't know what's happening here. Blah, 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 blah. How long are you married? We have been married for almost 15 years. 14 and a half. We were married in July. So, 15 years. Almost 15 years. Because he's gay, right? I can tell him everything without him hitting on me. Just kidding. She is fun. We like her. Thank you. I like you too. Blah 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 blah.
Number 6 by Cosby.
What did you just say? I don't know what he's saying. He's saying something weird. What? Number 6 via Cosby? Gross. Gross. So seriously, when we moved into this house, the previous owner left us some books. One of them being a book by Cosby. What's it called? Pull it off the shelf. You find it. It's pretty hilarious. We have a book by Bill Cosby. Oh gosh. Blah 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 blah. Which of you drags the other to church every Sunday? Ryan, my good friend Ryan. We haven't been to church in a while. Because I don't know. We have so we have faith in things. Oh, here's the Bill
Time
Cosby.
flies when you're on Quaaludes.
Awkward. But I don't know. We have kind of problems with the institution of churches, if you will. The government of churches. Government within the church. The people who say, you're not good enough to be here, blah, 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 blah. So, we haven't been to church in a while. But we still have faith and we still teach our children our morals. How horrible of us. Where am I? Wait, you pulled a rib muscle. How the hell did you pull that off? Seriously, for real. Coughing. And actually, the ER doctor told me not only pulled it, I probably tore some of the muscles because I felt popping in my ribs. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Coughing. I mean, I was wrestling a dragon to save Nick. One of those two. Nick, you were truly lucky. She seems like your Oh, your yin to her yang. You guys really do look happy. You look happy, D Grimes. You look happy. I was referring to him pointing at the watch. What? Which one?
How's that?
Oh, the bat signal. Yeah, it could be. We've been married 15 years. Translation, I've been Nick's beard for 15 years. His true love is a giant black bull bear named Tyrone. Pretty much. You got us, man. You got us. Same thing happened to a friend of mine. Moved in, and there was one book left. It was Love and Marriage by Bill Cosby. Seriously, who leaves you Bill Cosby books? I'm a little worried about this poor lady. I wish to challenge both of you to a drinking contest. How do I put the proper paperwork? I got this. Clay, he would kill me. I've had a couple sips from the bottles. He's, drinks a couple glasses a night. Oof. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about strange cults? I've got a church you can join. Thanks. Thanks, Ryan English. Is he really gonna... Yeah, but a cult? Where am I? Landon, Mac, and James. Woo! Did you see that? Do you also hate Ray from Evangelion? Oh, Ray from Evangelion. Boring as hell. And do you think eating booty hole is mealy? I think D. Masterson totally does. Black-faced lolly. There was so much going on in that. I don't even know.
Do you hate Ray?
Where to go? Do I hate Ray? Ray. Blue hair chick? Yeah. I mean, I don't hate her. I mean, I hate Shinji a lot more. How's that? I don't know. She's kind of blah, but she's supposed to be, right? So I don't hate Ray. I understand why Ray exists. Mealy? I mean, I don't even want to think about eating booty hole, I'll be real with you. I think D. Masterson totally does. I mean, those last two don't really seem like questions, so. Most embarrassing thing you've done while drinking? This gal? Probably this. I'll get mad at myself tomorrow. When I'm sick and start constantly coughing heavily, I can feel the pain in my ribs at some point. Hope I never pull a rib muscle though. Yeah, for real, man. It's the worst. I thought I had broken a rib and punctured my lung because of the pain and the way that I couldn't catch a breath. It was awesome because we were in Target shopping for last minute Christmas gifts for our kids. And so Nick ran me to the ER. Good times. Good times. He loves me. Although apparently not enough, because while we were there, another person just standing by was like, is your wife okay? Like, he wasn't doing enough to help me. Good. So, right. Yep. Terrible sentence. Blah, 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 blah. All right, my friends. Literal blank slate. Character. I understand the character of Ray. I didn't say I like her. I understand. Go there. Okay. This is the most embarrassing thing you've done. Weak. We need to hang out with the Wiccans, drink weird fermented poop, and jump bonfires naked and whatnot. I mean, okay, do it. Set it up. Just kidding. All right. He's signaling me to close, and I don't know how to close, so he's gonna have to just come back on. I don't think I answered any questions that y'all asked about Nick. I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure not. So, sorry about that. He's saying, say goodbye.
Getting you to say.
I mean, I don't know why he doesn't just come on and say goodbye for himself. Command your clothes. Okay. Do your show.
Thank you all for watching. It's been lovely and horrifying at the same time. Thank you for being courteous to Lady Rackets and not too much like Clay. And yeah, we've got some good shows coming up. Friday, I believe I will announce as soon as I confirm it. The stream that would have been tonight was going to be Russell Greer because it's Wednesday. That will be Monday of next week. So if you like the Russell Greer streams, check them out on Monday of next week. Holidays are finally over and Sriracha and I can coordinate schedules. Hope to see many of you.
Sriracha? Seriously? Her again? I'm totally kidding.
Hope to see many of you in Knoxville. This thing is going to be over now. Thanks all for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Wait a minute. I just saw Ryan English says, this is a lot of fun. Have her on more often. It's up to her. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. So.
Just turn it back on.
Yes, I turned it back on.
Nerd.
I missed one. Anyway, good night, guys.